All right, this is one of the practice problems with the 1.6 video. I believe it's the second video. So we need to multiply this out. We need to solve this problem. So these are decimals here. So if you wanted, the first thing we could do would be to clear out the decimals. Or you could solve it without clearing decimals. To be honest, both ways will work just fine. Let's try, though, clearing out the decimals. Now, something to note, this is considered one term at this point because 1.7 is multiplied by both of those. And also, this whole thing is considered one term. So when we multiply, we'll only need to multiply that 1.7 and the 0.3 because those eventually will be distributed into both. And so they will it'll take care of itself as it gets distributed in. So keep that in mind. We're going to need to multiply each term, but that's considered a term, the 1.7 there, and then this negative 1.09. So we can look and see, oh, this has two decimal places, and so that means I'd have to multiply by 100. So we'll multiply by 100 here. In fact, let me clear all that out first so it's not so much. So we're going to multiply 100 here. We're going to multiply 100 just by that term because remember that 0.3 will get distributed in, so it'll take care of itself. So we don't want to do it multiple times. And then 100 here. So what we'll get, the decimal place will move over to the right twice, so we'll get 170 times x minus 1.1, so the inside stays exactly the same, plus 170x equals 30 times x plus 0.5 minus 109. Now again, you don't have to multiply the 100, and this is one of those problems, to be honest, I think it's almost just the same level of difficulty if you just multiply it, because either way you're probably going to need a calculator. So really, it's a matter of preference if you want to get rid of the decimals or not. So at this point, we're going to go ahead and distribute in. So we get 170x. Let's go ahead and do 170 times 1.1. Oh, oops. Is 187. Still plus that 170x equals, we get 30x plus 30 times 0.5. So I think we're going to get 1.5 there, or 15 there. That's why we check. Minus 109. Okay, so we've got everything out of the parentheses now, and so next we want to combine like terms on the same side of the equal sign. So we can see on the left here I've got 170x with the 170x, so I can add those two together because they both are positive in front of the term. You always want to look at the sign in front of the term. So we get 340x minus 187 equals, on this right side I see I have a positive 15 but a negative 109. So again, I want to look at those signs in front of the term, and I end up with negative 94 there. Okay, so really important, keep the signs in front of the terms. Okay, so I've simplified as much as I can on each side, so now I need to get the x's on one side and the constant terms on the other. So let's minus 30x. We get 310x minus 187 equals negative 94. I'll add the 187 on each side. So I'll have negative 94 plus 187. So we get 310x equals 93. Divide by 310. on each side. And I get 0.3. Okay, so notice at the beginning we multiplied by 100. We then distributed, combined like terms on the same side, and then we had to get our x terms on one side and the constant terms on the other. Okay, so let's see if that's right. Woohoo! We got green. So this is one of those steps you're going to want to make sure to write it out the whole way. Make sure you leave plenty of room. Don't try to squish it in. I had to a little bit because I'm limited by this page. But this problem, you might use a whole page of paper, and that's okay. In this class, you're going to want to make sure to spread out your work so you have plenty of space.